Welcome to a new episode of Hair Talks. In today's episode, I have a very special guest, Ruth. Ruth is a young artist who built her career through passion and consistency and creativity. Today, she's part of our GCC Pro team, shaping the future of our industry. Welcome, Ruth.
Hello, thanks for having me.
And my second special guest is Jamila Paul, our Regional Creative Director for GCC. So welcome, Jamila.
Thank you, Rowan. Very excited.
Very
Miss
excited
Ruth.
to have you both. I always find in this industry that everyone has a specific moment where they realized that this is the moment where they want to be in this beauty industry. So when was your moment? Like, when did you decide that beauty is something I want to be in?
There's been many moments, and I think actually it still happens in the sense that it like solidifies that this is where I should be. But when I was younger, like 20 years ago, which sounds insane, me and my mum used to get the train up to London to go to Salon International, which is this big kind of trade show. And it was like how you imagine a kid going to like Disneyland. I'd walk in and I'd just see all these hairdressers from all over, from other parts of Europe, and everyone just looked amazing and everything was like big and shiny. And even when I look back on that memory, I imagine myself being a lot younger than what I was, and just being this like little person in this big, beautiful, shiny room full of industry leaders. And I was like, I need this. I want to be part of this. I'm not leaving.
So, Ruth, so good to see you. It's amazing. What I love about you is your personality, and not just your personality in yourself, but your personality within colour. Like, you've really created this uniqueness from an artistry perspective, and yeah, share with us where that came from.
I think, it comes from everywhere, but just putting your kind of own uniqueness and fingerprint on to everything that you do is so important. And it's it's like an artist like signing their work. To me, putting like a creative flair onto anything, whether it's adding like a little bit of pink into a blonde, like it's just making it my own and making it unique to that client as well. It makes them feel special. It makes me feel special. And I just would love, and this has happened before, which is just incredible, but someone to see my work before knowing that I did it and know that it's mine. Like, oh, that must be Ruth, because it's like, of course that's Ruth. It's got a bit of pink in, it's got a bit of like purple. Like, that's an incredible feeling.
And this is really important in our industry, and you've absolutely created that over the last few years of your journey. You really can see that model belongs to you, which is, I have to congratulate you. I think it's amazing what you've achieved. It really is. But where does the creativity come from? Where do you find your inspiration and your creativity?
I can pull inspiration from absolutely anywhere. Like, my eyes are always kind of darting around at everything. Like, I can look at the wood on this table and be like, oh, that's such a nice like beige blonde. Like, I just can get it from anything. But people inspire me. My clients inspire me. Their personality, the personality of my models, people that I meet and talk to, that's what inspires me to create something that's personalized for them. And then on a deeper level, like, I follow some of the industry's leading artists, and on a daily basis I'll be inspired by them because they're incredible and everyone's journey is so different. And I just think it's so special that we're all part of something so similar from such a different angle, if that makes sense. Like, everyone has their own journey to get to this destination, which is this amazing industry that we're in. So I can, pull inspiration from anything.
You just mentioned you're following those lead artists who inspire you. And even your page itself, it's like called Rainbows by Ruth. Like it says it all, the name says it all. So tell us more about social media and, like your identity or your print on digital, and how does that, make you find your clients? How does that make you show your work? And how did that even shape you as an artist?
It's not been the easiest of journeys, to be honest. Living in the UAE, there's not many people there didn't used to be many people that wanted like pinks or purples or peaches. I really had to find them. And then that's what I was posting, because that's the identity that I wanted. I didn't necessarily have that to begin with, but that's what I wanted. So that's what I kept posting and showing, almost manifesting it into existence and creating these opportunities. And now I do have people come to me because they want pink hair, which is such a, and I keep saying pink. Pink is like just a gateway into creativity. It's my favorite color to use. But even that alone is amazing, because I used to have to, really find these models or anyone that was willing to let me be a bit more creative on their hair. And
And you have now not just models, but you have even like clients who are asking for this, right?
Yeah, and I love that. It feels so you're like, I've built that, and it was quite hard. There could have been so many other routes that I went down with my Instagram and my identity as an artist, blonde specialist, balayage specialist, but I didn't want that. It wasn't me. I love doing those things, but that's not my identity as an artist. I like putting, my fingerprint on things, making it my own.
And drawing the rainbow.
Yes, and drawing love hearts on people's heads with vibrance.
And I think this is amazing. This is something that we talk about all of the time when we're mentoring hairstylists and artists. The direction that you want to be for your future is really what you should be exploring through your social media. So whether you want to be a curly head specialist, a colour specialist, like you say, a balayage specialist, this is what you need to be posting constantly throughout your social media. And this is what you did. It's not like you're not doing root colours or highlights. Of course you are. You're servicing many, many clients. But from an artistry perspective, this is what you want to be seen as. And you've created such an amazing personal brand, I feel. Honestly, congratulations.
Thank you.
And what's also really so special is that you chose a niche. Because as Jamila mentioned, we all know that every hairdresser is doing roots, is doing root color, or is doing, balayage. But then you wanted to choose a niche and just say that this is my identity or my special identity. It doesn't mean this is the only thing I do, but this is what I want to be known for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely what I want to be known for. But on day-to-day salon life, it probably only makes up about 10%, if that, of what I do. But I need both in equal measures. I need the creative artist side of me, but I also need my clients that I love that are just root tints and trim the ends, I need both in equal measures. I can't be one without the other, because they equally balance each other out.
So Ruth, it hasn't been an easy journey though, right? I think people don't really see what goes into you reaching this point now of your career, of being seen as such an amazing artist within our industry. And I've been very blessed to be on this journey with you. It's like 5 years maybe since we started
Yeah.
our mentorship program with the Creative Masters, then fast forward to the Pro Team and everything in between of all the amazing things. But just tell us a little bit about that journey, because it isn't always easy. People don't see how much work you've put in to be where you're at. So just share your journey with us.
I think people tend to just see the wins and they don't see the work that goes into that. And, you know, it could be, oh, she gets given these opportunities, like it comes easy for her. It doesn't. We're like, I'm 11 years into my UAE journey. We're like 5 years into my journey with Schwarzkopf family from a professional level. And yeah, with every single win or every single achievement comes so many like, kind of failures or like learning curves, and people tend not to see the late nights or the early mornings doing extra work just to kind of perfect something. And yeah, I just wish more people appreciated or could see past just the win. For example, I won an award, right? I won Colorist of the Year, which was one of the highlights of my entire career. But that I'd lost that award 3 times before winning that.
Wow.
And since winning that, I've entered, I would say easily 50 entries into different competitions, global competitions, regional competitions. And out of all of those entries, that's by itself isn't an easy thing. Like you put so much soul and love and passion into each and every entry. Out of all of those, I've been finalist 3 times. 4. I've finalized 4 times and I've won 1. But that's the kind of behind the scenes of to get to there, you have to, and that's taught me so much about myself, because that used to really upset me because I would feel like I was failing. But if I don't fail, I don't win. Like you can't have one without the other. And it's really not nice to feel like you're failing, but without that, you're never going to appreciate when you win something. And it's still, obviously, if I don't win something or I kind of fail at something now, it still cuts deep, but I feel like I've got more of a determination to be like, okay, well, what else can I win, or what else can I enter? And yeah.
Yeah, and that's true. You know, people do see the trophies and they don't see the nights that you really wanted to quit, right? When you'd had enough, you're upset, it didn't go the right way. But the great thing about you, Ruth, is your determination. And, you know, 5 years ago when we started our mentorship program with the Creative Masters program at the Academy of Hair, I saw something so special in you. And I knew that we would be on this journey. And I knew that you would be very successful. And honestly, I want to congratulate you on that. But I think it would be really nice to kind of go back to what the Creative Masters was and how it kind of, you know, I guess, created the route for the SKP Pro Team and everything else that you've achieved.
So Creative Masters was the first of its kind in the region. It was the first time you'd put on something like this, and I didn't really know what to expect to begin with. I like to get involved with everything. I like to go along, but very quickly, I think even within the first kind of half an hour, I was like, oh my God, I'm in a room I should be in. And it like opened my eyes even wider to the possibilities and what was out there, and that I could achieve that. Because it took me very quickly from being commercial and wanting to build an amazing clientele and do beautiful colours, it like opened another door, which I kind of knew was there, but I didn't know that I could open it. And well, I mean, you, Jamila, opened it for me with that Creative Masters, but it was just incredible to reignite a fire within me, and it just drove my determination even more. And I think one of the first things actually that you said to me, Jamila, was what do you want from your career? Like, where do you see yourself? And without even thinking, I was like, I want to be famous and I want to be on stage, which at the time I was kind of joking, but actually I wasn't. Like, I guess deep down that is what I wanted.
And then from Creative Masters led you to the amazing Schwarzkopf Professional Pro Team and the incredible opportunities that you've had as a regional artist and also as a global artist. So tell us, what's your favourite thing?
God, there's so many favourite things, and I feel I'm always really grateful and full of gratitude, and every single time I get to experience something new or this opportunity comes along or I create this opportunity, I'm always like, wow, that was the most incredible thing. I mean, firstly, being invited to be on the pro team was so incredible. That was number one, dream come true, because I used to see all these other kind of art teams and yeah, like stars in my eyes, being like, wow, like, how do I get there?
And that takes you back to the Salon International days, right? When you went, when you were so young and you saw these people on the stage. That's what inspired you to probably be where you are now,
true.
right?
100%. I kind of got, I guess, lost somewhere in the way. Not lost, but kind of rerouted myself. So yeah, that was the first kind of milestone in my career, and I was like, wow, like this is just incredible, just to be able to be creative in a safe space around other incredible creative people. And there's no competition, it's all about collaboration, and that was just so new, like, to me anyway. It just felt like I was meant to be there. And then from that, I've then gotten other kind of opportunities, which have just, year on year, I'm like.
And let's talk about that, because this is something that you should be extremely proud about. So you got chosen by the global team to go to the Global Color Crafters in Mexico. And this, I know, was a dream come true for you, right? This was just like the everything that you've ever worked towards. How did it feel when you got that, when you got the news that you was going to Mexico as part of the global team?
Well, I cried.
Aww.
And someone,
I never see you cry, actually.
Someone did film it, and I don't think it could get
that.
used because of my language. I was just like shocked, because it was the third year that they were doing Colour Crafters. And I remember the year before and the year before that, I'd see it on social media, right? And I was like, oh my God, what is this? Like, how do I get there? Like, how do I get from where I am now to there? And then that was my focus. It was on my vision boards. That was my goal. If anyone asked me what my career goal was, it ended. It began and ended with getting to Colour Crafters. I never in a million years, in all of my delusional mindset, which has, by the way, got me very far in life, with all of my delusions and determination, I never once imagined that it would happen when it did and how quickly. It was part of like my 5-year plan. Like, in 5 years, I'm going to get to go there. So,
and how was the actual experience? Just explain what the Colour Crafters is and what you saw and what you witnessed in the time that you was in Mexico.
It actually still feels like a not real life experience. Firstly, being flown to Mexico, absolutely incredible. Color Crafters is, from my interpretation and the way I like to think about it, is a celebration of creative artists, like doing what they do best, being creative, and just to be in a room filled with artists that I have looked up to for years. Some of them I've been following like my whole career. To be in the same room with them on an equal playing field, like there was no egos whatsoever. Out of all of us there, no egos. Everyone's the same. When you walk through that door, like there's no ego. Everyone is happy to see you, and the table's open for everyone, right? Everyone's got a seat at the table in that situation, and I've never felt like I belonged more than when I was there.
And I
I feel
really have to
emotional.
ask you something, because I've experienced this myself in my career in the early days. I also had some amazing opportunities like this, and I really want to know, how do you feel when you get back from these kinds of opportunities? Because you're kind of back to reality, back to your clients, back to your routines, back to your air touch. Like, it's two completely different levels of world, right? How do you manage the emotional side of this as well?
I'm learning to manage my
Yeah.
emotions a little bit better. So there's two sides to this. When I got back, everyone wanted to know about it. My clients are my biggest fans. I love them so much. So I got to like relive it all the time and like tell them about it. The other side of it is it was part of a 5-year plan that happened
Sooner.
in the first year.
Wow.
So then when I got back, I was like, what's now?
Next?
I felt a bit
Yeah.
kind of lost with what I wanted my goal to be, because I didn't have anything in the kind of immediate future to work towards, which like sounds ridiculous, but that was my like big thing. And then I felt a bit kind of lost, I guess, when I came back.
But without your clients and without your daily life, none of this is possible, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
this is, it's part and parcel of being an artist, and you will always have that foundation of these amazing clients, because without that, none of everything else is possible, right?
100%.
You can't be, every single day delivering seminars, and it's not a reality, right? But it really helps you and inspires you. And I'm sure you must come back with so many amazing new ideas for your clients.
Yeah.
And this is what keeps you at the forefront of being so busy.
And it also drives me to want more. Like, what is next? Yeah, it took me a while to kind of figure out what future goals were, but I was like, wow, I've done that. Like, what can I do next? But you're completely right. I need the salon clients. I need to be behind the chair as well as being creative, because, and I'm sure every other creative and artist out there will agree, you sometimes get creative block and it feels like you're broken. And it's really hard. Something that you're so good at and you feel comes naturally feels like it's gone.
Yeah.
And it is only kind of temporary, but you never know that at the time. It's always like, what if it doesn't come back? What if my inspiration doesn't come back? And it does. And I've learned over the years how to encourage it to come back.
Yeah.
Whether it's kind of gathering people to, on a whim, go and do a photo shoot in a desert on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to a point that you mentioned, which is the community. So you mentioned you really liked the community, how everyone was coming together, and there was no ego. Everyone was like nice to each other, and everyone was supportive to each other. And this is actually in the core of exactly what Schwarzkopf Professional stands for. So can you let's speak a little bit about this, from how did you witness it in UAE, then how did you witness it as a GCC artistic team member, and then how did you witness it when you were in Mexico with the global artists?
So from the very first introduction I had to Schwarzkopf Professional, that was what made me go back to the salon I was working in at the time, like, we have to get these colours in. And I went to this event by accident. Someone was like, oh, like, come to this event. I think they said there was going to be food. I was like, okay. I was like, sure, I'll go. I like to get involved in everything. And I went, and I was like, wow, it was how I felt when I very first started going to Salon International. Everyone was so nice, and even though, like, you had the artists on the stage, like, it felt like there was no barrier between them. Like, everyone is as one, like, everyone wants to see everyone win is the energy, and everyone's supportive of that. So that was my first, and that was like 9 years ago, I think, 9-10 years ago. And then ever since then, the community's just grown and grown, and it's so important here in the UAE to have that, because when I very first moved here, I didn't feel that, and I temporarily fell out of love with our industry, which anyone who knows me now, like, you know how bad that must have been for me I'm very protective of this industry, but I temporarily felt that I didn't have a place in it anymore, because I didn't feel that kind of community that I was used to.
Mm-hmm. And this community is really important, because it's not only from a creative perspective, it's also there to support you growing your business, right?
Absolutely.
Everything that we do within education is always leaning towards helping you as an artist or a stylist increase your numbers, build business, attract new clients, and it goes part and parcel, right? Because if you're inspired, your clients are inspired, your business grows naturally. More people recommend you, more people want to come and see you, and that's what we do.
It's like a glow from within when you're inspired. Like, I feel it in myself. Like, when I'm inspired, or if I'm feeling like extra inspired, I feel like I glow from within, and everything is better. I lead my team better. I educate better. I do better hair on my clients. Like, so it's really important to keep that. But sometimes you can't just rely on yourself for that, which is why community is so important. It's why we need those community connections. You can't be the best version of yourself 24 hours a day. And sometimes when you're feeling down, or that you're lacking inspiration or direction, you need your kind of community and your colleagues and your other creatives. You need them to get your spark back.
Yeah.
So, about feeling down. Last year we had a moment where you were kind of forced to slow down, maybe stop for a while. Would you like to share with us what happened, and what did this make you understand about yourself?
So, yeah, I will share. It's the first time I've spoken about it openly. I was forced to slow down because I became very ill and I didn't know what was wrong with me. It turns out I got diagnosed with a certain type of arthritis, like an autoimmune disease. And obviously, in my career that I've poured everything into, I need to be able to use my hands and stand on my feet, and all of a sudden that was kind of taken away from me very, very quickly. I actually had to get wheelchaired off of a flight back to Dubai. I couldn't walk. I couldn't bend my hand. And then, I'm actually going to cry. The doctor that I went to basically told me to just get a new job, as if my whole career was just a job. And yeah, suddenly everything was like in a moment taken away, everything that I'd worked so hard for. And I felt so helpless. But so for anyone who knows me or has followed me, I don't take lightly to being told what to do, especially when it comes to my career. So after a few days of being sad and feeling sorry for myself, I decided that I actually no one's coming to save me. I had to figure this out by myself. And it just gave me like a new lease of life again, which is so strange. Out of something so terrifying came so much good. Like my mindset just completely flipped. And honestly, I always thought I was a really positive person that had drive and determination, but like that was nothing compared to how I feel now and how I approach things. And just,
it's like a reset. Yeah, it's like you had a complete reset. You
Yeah.
have to really appreciate things maybe in a different way.
100%.
Yes.
I
Give
was
yourself credit.
Well, this
Yeah.
is the thing. I refer to it as like my rebirth. I felt like I
Yeah.
was reborn, and you have to give yourself credit, and you have to clap for yourself and be proud of yourself for achievements and things. And I mean, unfortunately, it took me. I mean, there's no evidence that I caused the autoimmune disease, but unfortunately, it took me making my body sick to appreciate myself and how far I've come, and to really truly be proud of myself. And
just enjoy the moment, you know. Like,
yeah.
don't just always, of course, it's nice to be ambitious, look for what's next, but at the
Yeah.
same time, give yourself this moment where you appreciate what's going on right now.
I'm actually really guilty for doing that. Like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
I've won an award, what's next?
Yeah.
I've gone to Colour Crafters, what's next?
Yeah.
Like, I'm always almost chasing my own tail, like in so much competition with myself of how I can improve, how I can be better, but actually slowing down and reliving these moments and being like, wow. And I compare myself to like the previous year or the year before that, and I'm like, oh my God, like if we sat down and had a matcha, like she would not believe, like younger me would not believe the life that I've created for myself now. So it's so important to stop and love yourself, actually.
And how are you now, Ruth? How are you feeling? How is your health now? Like you're managing?
I'm managing it. It's still there in the back of my mind that I have this. I'm not in an active flare up at the moment, but it's always in the back of my mind that could come back at any time, which is really scary. But it helps me kind of really live life for the moment. I'm so calm now.
Good.
Like nothing really bothers me anymore.
Good.
Like if someone cancels plans last minute, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. Like I'm on the path I'm meant to be on.
Yeah.
And yes, I can kind of direct myself a little bit, but what's meant to be is meant to be.
And you know, the universe works in crazy ways sometimes. Maybe this
Exactly.
was your calling to just slow a little bit. And so much, you achieved so much in such a short space of time. But just have some time now to relax and appreciate. But while I'm on that, what is next?
I got a very special delivery. I got the Hair by Schwarzkopf book and my work from Mexico, from Color Crafters, is featured in the book, and I'm featured as one of the global artists. And wow, it's just incredible. I'm so happy.
So this is how we started the year. And this was amazing, really well done, and really proud of you, Ruth. What is next?
So what's next is I'm not slowing down, but I'm certainly not rushing and feeling that I need to achieve everything within 6 months. I'm taking my time, and I'm really blessed actually that I work in a fantastic space, and I work for Tara Rose, and she has been one of my biggest cheerleaders throughout this whole journey. So yeah, I'm creatively leading the team, doing education days, and I've just got an amazing space to be myself in and kind of grow naturally. There's no pressure from anything. There's just support, which I couldn't ask for a better place to kind of to grow and become the new
And
version.
share, right? Because
Exactly.
you're sharing these amazing skills with a fantastic brand and a fantastic salon that has amazing people.
Yeah.
And you're creatively leading them too. So this also gives you so much rewards.
Yeah.
Right? You feel...
I actually really love inspiring others. So
Yeah.
to be able to lead a team and inspire them is really special in itself,
And so rewarding.
absolutely.
Right? You
And
see
to
their
have-
growth. You see them just growing as individuals.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful space to be.
and their confidence, actually, like seeing confidence grow is just incredible. And I feel like I mirror you sometimes, Jamila, when I'm talking to them. And I say things, I'm like, that's the kind of thing Jamila would say to me. Like, one thing I always say to the girls is, you don't have to believe in yourself right now, but you have to trust me because I believe in you, which I just think is so...
That's so nice.
But it's really powerful as well. I'm like, just trust me, like trust the
Yeah.
process, which is exactly what you did with me, Jamila, and now look, and Tara
It's
as
all
well.
about
like,
consistency, right? It's
Yeah.
about just never giving up, constantly just keep pushing forward, keep learning, keep pushing yourself out your comfort zone, which you've done.
100%.
But sharing these skills that you've had over the last 5 years with Schwarzkopf Professional and the support that we gave, and sharing these with all of the people that
Yeah.
you're working with on a daily basis is just such a beautiful place to
yeah,
be.
it's amazing.
My biggest passion is to see people grow, right? And you're exactly the same. And this is what makes you so special and so unique.
Everyone deserves to win, whether it be something small, whether someone wants to open a salon or a training academy or win like global awards. There's a seat at the table for everyone, and it's what's so beautiful about our industry, actually. And I'm very forever grateful that I have people like yourself and Tara in my life, where sometimes you don't believe in yourself, but you two always believed in me and would always
Push you.
like, I didn't have chance to
Bully
be
you.
like, exactly, I didn't have chance to be like, no, I can't do it, because like you'd be like, yeah, you can,
Yeah.
and it's important, because you're right, you do see something in people, and sometimes we don't see that ourselves for a while, but yeah.
What would be one mistake that you would advise younger artists to avoid?
So I actually think it's so important to make mistakes. I think creativity comes from confidence, and you're not going to become confident without making mistakes and pivoting and learning from them. So my biggest bit of advice is, don't be scared. Mistakes, it's what teaches you and what helps you grow. And always stay open-minded. Like, mindset is everything. You're never too good to learn something else and learn from someone else. So, yeah.
I love this. Actually, thank you so much, Ruth, for sharing with us. Your journey is a real reminder that consistency, time, and passion is all you need to achieve your goals. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It was
Thank you.
amazing, Ruth.